Hey, happy Friday, happy Fitness Friday. We're here for our very first Fit by 50 follow along workout. One thing we want to get from this is give you guys kind of a sneak peek, a look behind the scenes of kind of some of the stuff that we're doing, all in the process. This can be obviously whether you're getting fit by 30, fit by 40, fit by 50, fit by 90. All this stuff we're going to be doing is kind of giving you guys some good nuggets and some good content that's going to allow you to go home, living room, gym, wherever, hotel room, and you can kind of get some workouts done on the go. So these are going to be equipment-free, body weight workouts. Today we're going to be emphasizing this is not a killer crushing type of situation, but it's going to be more for core mobility, basically an entry-level workout for beginners, but also if you're more of the advanced variety, you can come back and do this workout, and I'll show some progressions for how to make it all happen. I am not turning 50, however, I have a good friend of mine that is, so let me present to you the meteorologist of muscle, as he's sometimes referred to.
Table muscle.
Exactly. Tom Brandon, so this is a process, so we haven't really done this like live.
No, this is the first time.
Yeah.
Watching it, you can watch it THV11. You can go from the inauguration to this. How about that?
Yeah, or vice versa.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
And you need a workout after all of that. Let me just say, this is a part of a Fit by 50 campaign we're going to be doing from now through September. We're really going to pick it up a notch in February, and you've got some stuff up your sleeve for me to kind of help me get in better shape.
Maybe both sleeves.
Hopefully both sleeves, maybe a couple of legs involved as well.
Yeah.
Speaking of sleeves, there's not much there. And considering it can be intimidating, and one of the things I don't like going to the gym. I don't like getting on what you call the treadmill and pumping iron and stuff. I need to move better, need to feel better, and that's what you're good at. Yeah.
Well, yeah, some say. Real quick, so 15 minutes, pretty short workout. This is kind of for the busy professional. This is your lunch break. You don't have a lot of time to get an hour and a half in the gym. We want to kind of show you some ways of getting this in. It's honestly a 6x6 space. You can do this anywhere, living room, hallway, dark alley. I mean, probably not that, but you could find some place you can get a good workout in, and we will kind of make it happen. So what I'm going to take him through is a lot of core, some mobility stuff. I'll show some entry-level variations. So if you're just getting started with fitness and you're like, I can't do some of this complex stuff, we're going to show you some easy variations. But also, you can always come back for unlimited replay. This video will be up here, and do some of the harder variations that we'll also show. So,
and also you'll answer questions at the end
Yeah.
while I'm going through a recovery process and
Exactly.
trying to put it all in. Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead, you can start posting your questions more towards the end, but we want to be able to take some viewer comments, kind of find out some things that you're interested in, maybe some of the stuff we're doing, maybe some suggestions you'd like to see us do in the future. We're going to try to do this as a weekly broadcast, so we'll take those more towards the end and get you guys kind of involved. So shall we?
We shall begin.
Okay, all right, so I'm using a timing app, and we're basically going to go for 50 seconds on, 10 seconds off through some moves here. And the first one I'm going to have you do is a glute bridge. So Tom, on the back, knees bent.
Okay.
Classic exercise right here, okay? Fires up the hips. He's going to push through the heels, squeeze the glutes. Just put your palms on the floor right here. Raise the hips all the way up. Your hips, not your feet.
Oh,
right
the
there.
hips.
There you go, right. Okay. Full extension. I want you to hold for a count here, and then lower back down. And then repeat that. So lower the hips down, push back up, get that good glute squeeze. What we're going for here is to get that full extension of the hips all the way up, okay? People are short in their hip flexors, weak in their glutes. This kind of corrects both of them. So you can lower down and explode all the way up, just like this. Again, if you're tight, this is a good way of opening up, and it's an easy variation, especially for the lower body when your knees are achy. You can't squat, lunge, do things like this. This is good lower body exercise. So keep lowering the hips down, push back up, glute it up right there. And as we age, the first muscle to go is the butt. So we got to work it, man.
Yeah, mine went a
You gotta
long
work
time
it.
ago.
Okay. All right, so we go. So next up, we're going to go over into a 4-point stance into this bird dog. So right here, 4-point position, and I'm going to have you just begin with one arm at a time. Reach out, reach out. Boom.
Congratulations.
Not congratulations yet. Reach it out, bring it back in. So I want to start here. Big thing. Think about your favorite tasty beverage.
Okay.
That martini bouncing on your back right here. Don't spill it. So I don't want to give any motion from the back. Bring it back in. Now let's transition to the legs. Extend the leg back one at a time. Reach it out. Bring it back in. Great job.
Do the other leg?
Yeah, keep alternating back and forth. So as he moves with the legs, we're trying to move the shoulders and the hips while keeping this stable, secure, tight. So he's trying to resist rotation. Now, do a couple more of those. Okay. Beautiful. So this is called a bird dog. You can kind of see the imagery that he's kind of bringing right there. That's good. That's nice. Notice the form on that. Okay, now let's flip it over on your back. Okay. Grab the phone here real quick. All right, so we're going into the dead bug position. So we're going right here. Knees up, hands here. You can relax the head and neck. This is what happens when a insect meets its fatal end. This is why it's called a dead bug. I'm going to have you first. Belly tight, back flat to the floor. Reach back with just one arm at a time without moving at your spine. So the big key is when you start to move in the back, and bring it back up. Let's alternate arms. Back and forth, reach. When you go overhead, if you have to use your back to put that can up on the top shelf, that's not good. We want to stabilize the spine. Good core exercise. Now, let's keep this set one leg at a time. Okay. Extend out. Yeah. So we're moving the whole body while kind of keeping the trunk nice and tight. Foundational exercise for movement. You really want to try to master these moves before you do some of the complex stuff that you see in gyms. Great job. We're going for 10 more seconds. Okay. How's that dead bug feeling right there? He's feeling pretty good. Working for you? All right. And relax. Okay. Next up, we're up here. We've got the inchworm. Okay. So let's go. 50 seconds here. We're going to start. And at the top, so feet up here. Okay. Feet a little bit more than hip width apart. We're going to hinge the hips. Okay. Try to think about keeping a flat back position, and then just walk your hands out. Walk it out. So this getting everything here. Hamstring flexibility, hip mobility, core stability. Everything. Walk it back out. Good. Now I want you to walk it all the way up and then stand up. Stand all the way up. So good. This is that hip hinging pattern. You can slow this down to make it easier. I want him to go again with keeping the legs straight. So hinge at the hips and then walk it all out.
Hinge at the...
Yeah. Okay. A good fitness assessment for people just getting started is to learn the toe touch. Before you can lift up weight, if you can't touch your toes, we're probably always going to have some type of back issues. So learning how to hinge at the hip, just keep doing it. Walk it out. And wider feet on this is going to make it easier. Closer you get, you have to have more hamstring flexibility. Okay, relax, 10 seconds off. So, again, we're stretching, but it feels like a workout, right? It does. Okay, next up, the Spider-Man lunge. Let's come down with your left foot. So I want to keep this shin nice and vertical. We're going to open up this hip flexor. Again, where people get short and tight from sitting a lot, put your hands down in this spot. Okay. And try to straighten out that back leg. And I want you to work side to side here. Moving. Good. Try to push your hip into the floor right there. Yes. Couple of options on this. He can do what he's doing, that side to side action. You can also come down in what's called the T position and open up right here. This gets your trunk, your torso. Again, we're always trying to improve mobility. Now, let's switch legs and do the other side. Some animal-based moves here. The spider lunge, the inchworm, the dead bug. What's been your favorite critter so far?
That's a good question.
I'll ask at the end right here.
All right.
Good foundation exercise. You got 3 more seconds. And now we're up. Okay, next animal on the planet, the monkey lunge. We're going to come here, double hip width apart. We're going to lunge to one side and just take the spot. Stretch that trail leg out, right?
Right.
And then work it side to side.
This
yeah,
looks like a monkey.
Yeah, it really does. Working side to side, stretch that trail leg out. Also, tell you, man, ladies, you ever find yourself in a dark alley, some guys coming at you, you get in this spot right here, trust me, they're going to think twice about it. That's my tip for you today, okay?
What if it's a guy in a dark alley? Does it work for dudes too?
You could try it too, man. Looks like you're about to go kung fu on. So this is really good stretching out the adductors. Try to keep the knee back, load that hip. You got 12 more seconds.
When you say keep the knee back.
Keep the knee back. So what we're trying to do is prevent the knee from coming forward over the foot,
okay,
but to load the hip versus loading the knees. So try to stay on that heel. 2, 1, and relax. Now I want you to come down to this cobra pose. Okay? Cobra. Next animal, the cobra, right? So shoulders down and back. Push the hips forward. Squeeze the back glute, everything. Squeeze it all. Now we're going to flow from here into a prayer stretch. So reach the hands out. Shift the hip side, the armpit side to side. back and forth, and then float back into that cobra position. The big thing I want him to do is, as he goes into that cobra, is to minimize the amount of low back extension. Shoulders as far away from the ears as possible.
Okay.
So, also for ladies, this is not a good look for females. You know, keep the shoulders down and back. Squeeze the glutes so you don't get a lot of low back extension. I mean, you should be feeling good right now.
Feel it in your gut, right?
You know what? What a warm-up, right? It feels like a workout. You got 8 seconds there. Stretch it out, big boy. Yeah, beautiful. You can elevate your hands up on a ottoman or sofa.
Oh, no, I got my fingers.
Okay, last animal on the planet, take a stand. Let's come down now into a frog squat. So, real quick, I'm going to get him started and show you some adaptations for this. So we're going to come down into this deep squat position. You can kind of unload some of your weight with your hands if it gets a little too intense, but you want to get down here and work and open up the hips.
Okay.
A lot of third world nations especially, they squat on the ground, they squat to talk, they squat for dinner, they squat for the restroom. I mean, they spend their life in this deep squat position, and they have a very low incidence of hip disease and back disease. Americans, 80% chance. So we're destroying our back.
This is what we do in the studio. Meteorologists squat.
I really think we should, man. You know? Hey, gang, rain tomorrow, but squat, right? Okay, we got about 12 seconds here. Let's open it up. Now, he's doing that. Here's an option for you. You could use your sofa or ottoman to kind of assist yourself and get down here and really work your hips out. Try to spend at least 2 to 3 minutes a day in a deep squat, and we are up. Now, let's go back into that glute bridge again.
Which one again?
Glute bridge. So back on the floor. This time, we're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to go feet wider at the bottom.
Okay.
Knees are in at the bottom. Now, raise the hips and widen the knees out the top. Knees in at the bottom. Knees out the top. Lower back down. That's it. Lower in, knees in. Boom, up. Squeeze the glutes. So lifting weights, this is how you lift something off the ground. This is how you squat, hinge, everything. This is a good move. We've got about 20 seconds.
Okay.
How are we feeling, man?
You just keep going up and down?
I'm trying to get him lathered up here because we're going to have a big finish at the end here.
Great.
That's it. Yeah. And a great thing for this right here, it teaches you how to move at the hip. So I want him to feel this in the booty, not the back. That's the key.
Well, I'm feeling the booty.
That's good, man. And this is a nice booty maker too. So.
Oh, good. I need
What's
one.
that?
I've lost
That's right,
over the
man.
years.
That's right. Your wife will thank me. Okay, you got 5 more seconds, and then we will get this going here.
She lost it too. She lost my booty a long time ago too.
All right. Now back into the bird dog, right? This position. So we did one arm at a time before. Now we're going to do opposite arm leg. So I want him to go left arm, but extend the right leg back at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Left arm, opposite arm leg. Reach, hold for a count. Good. Alternate sides. And what we're looking for is, can he move at his arms and legs without twisting his spine? That's the big key. So again, if you can't do this, you're not ready to start doing weighted movements. We want to start with the body weight and become a master of that body weight exercise here. Great.
Wolf.
Good move. Yeah. Animal noises help these movements out here, by the way. You got 10 more seconds.
Bark. Bark.
Ooh. Yeah. Like that, man. Notice the game face. I mean, this is super intense. All right. Rest. 10 seconds off. Let's go into the dead bug. Right? So it's this one. So some options for everyone. We're going to do the 2-arm version or the 2 appendage version, but you can go 1 arm at a time. And let's go and show that right here. Reach back with the left arm. Reach back with the right arm. Extend out with the right leg. Extend out with the right leg, back and forth. And then what I want you to do is bring your hands up. We're going to try to do opposite arm leg. So bring it in. Yeah, let's bring it in. Bend this knee right here.
Right here.
Bend this knee in.
Oh,
there you go.
okay.
Bring both hands up.
Okay.
Now just relax. Relax your head. Take a deep breath.
Okay.
Opposite arm and leg.
All right, so.
Yeah, opposite arm, leg.
Out.
Yeah, good. Bring it in. So a little bit more challenging.
Oh, this will teach
Because-
coordination.
Yeah, it does, man. It's almost like rubbing your belly and patting your head at the same time.
We do that.
But again, you want to start with 1 leg at a time, 1 arm at a time, and then build towards this. Again, press that back into the floor. There should be no airspace between the back and the floor. Doing good. Beautiful. Okay, so we're up.
We are.
Next up, here we go. Inchworms.
Where?
We got 3 minutes left here, so here we go. Short workout, but pretty intense. Let's go back into the inchworm. Hinge, stretch out the hammies, You can actually get into this spot and kind of fill it out a bit, you know, stretch the hamstrings, and then I want you to do a push-up walkout. So we're gonna walk it out. Awesome. Shoulders, abs.
Now
Gets
what?
it up. Now walk it back up. Beautiful. And I want you to keep going. You can stand up when needed. So we're going for 50 seconds. You can make this easier by doing more of a stand at the top, so he can come all the way up, catch his breath, breathe in, because you don't want to be too intense, and then get right back into it. But I'm going to have him, just for the fun of it, because we've got 15 seconds, is to come out right here, add a push-up to the mix, and then walk it back up. That's just like, you know, that's like that grass-fed butter in your veggies. Just a little extra flavor and spice there. Beautiful. One last one. And relax. Okay, here we go. Some core action to finish off here. We're going to go into the front plank. So, fists alongside the shoulders. Come onto the knees, okay? I want you to squeeze the glutes, kind of squeeze the rib cage, press the back up to the ceiling. And basically, again, I like that concept of making that cat position with your shoulders to bridge the back up, push that chest up right there. Get tight around the ribs. You can stay here the entire 50 seconds. Here's how to make this harder. Come up onto the feet and straighten out the legs. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs, everything. Straight line, head through heel. Man, tell me what you're feeling right now. I'm really feeling. This is that washboard maker here. You got 10 seconds. Now, if he fatigues, he just goes to his knees to relax it. But
I don't want to fatigue.
3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, let's come now onto the side plank. We're going to face the camera. Right elbow down, knees bent. In 5 seconds, we're going to raise the hips up and work the love handles and oblique. Okay, let's lift it up. Hips up high.
Hip, and then we'll go.
Yeah. Right there. Good. Now come stay on your knees.
Okay,
We're going to do the easy version.
Oh, he's right.
So this is a little bit easier right here. And you can get it to where if he straightens out his legs, it's harder. But right now, I just want him to learn to hold here. In about 5 seconds, we're going to go down and rest.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Down. Rest it up. Okay, let's spin it around now. Still facing the camera, we'll go other arm. On the knees, this is kind of level 1. Raise the hips up, reach to the sky. So, love handles. There's not going to be much love for the love handles because this is how you lose them here.
Not much love for the love handles.
Get kind of tight, and I'm seeing, man, it's getting pretty solid, man. I like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you got 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax.
Okay.
And stop.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. 15 minutes, 15 rounds, 15 movements emphasizing mobility and core. All in a 6x6 space. You can do this stuff anywhere. If you travel, you're on the road, hotel room, you can kind of get this stuff done. This is actually where you want to start fitness. Fitness needs to begin with just body weight, and then we add machines, weights, bands, bells, balls, all the fun stuff. There's a place for that. This ultimately has got to be what we start with. We do a little bit of activity, 10 to 15 minutes a day. Oh, by the way, we might eat a vegetable, maybe drink a glass of water, eat something green, but it's small life adaptations that build success and momentum. So I'm sure you're feeling all that right now.
I feel it. Don't forget to breathe.
Yeah. It's a proven case that you will not lose weight if you hold your breath because it won't be around to,
Well, you know, but that's right.
right.
won't be
There's no weight loss, yeah.
Okay, so hey, that for me that was a pretty tough little thing. But hey, you may not be as out of shape as me. You might be ready to do 30 minutes of this.
You could. So you could come back and do the same workout twice and do some of the harder variations. Also, what I'd say is this, we need to get in some mobility and some intensity, get your heart rate up first. Let's say you're a walker, you like to walk. Finish off this workout with a little bit of walking, but or running, you know, if that's the case.
Feel it right there.
But that's it. Hey, if you got some questions, start shooting them in here. And, you know, Leanne's going to shoot us out some good stuff. She may have a question. I don't know. You got
Anybody have a question?
Well, someone asked in the beginning, what if you're already over 50?
What if you're over 50? I guess you're going on 60.
Great question. Okay, you start right here because throughout life, the two most important things, it's not, you know, how far you can run, how far you can jump. It is all about joint mobility, how well you move, getting your body moving good and feeling good. We get to the situation where, and this is into your 70s and 80s, you know, we start to lose flexibility. Things don't move as well. Movement and strength are probably the things that you want to work on till you're about 105. Good question.
Over 50. Well, what if you're 20, 30, 40, you can still do the same thing, you just gotta find a starting spot, I guess.
Right, yeah, so it really comes down to where somebody is beginning at. You know, once they kind of have mastered some of these body weight moves, and it takes a while, if you're new to fitness, you may want to steer here for like a month or two, then there's a place to add additional weight and do some more advanced stuff. But
Talk a little bit about how not every exercise routine is right for everybody. You have to find one that kind of fits your needs, and you
Right.
start.
Yeah. So the three big things are, throughout our life, moving well at our shoulders,
Okay.
moving well at our hips, keeping this trunk pretty strong. That's it. I mean, we can get into how we do that, but honestly, we want to have great mobility in our shoulders and hips and our core tight. So that's kind of what this emphasized a little bit of.
Okay,
Yeah.
good stuff. 15 minutes,
Yeah.
and yeah, I feel like it was a workout.
And they're really showing in research right now that 10 minutes of high intensity work periods is really enough, that you get all the boost from it. But obviously you could do more, but really 10 minutes a day, man, dedicate yourself to that and good things are going to happen.
Stephanie says, "Oh gosh, this is too funny." Stephanie,
Well,
she's
you know what,
laughing
we're
at
here
me.
to brighten up your day, you know, add more
Yeah,
comedy to the
yeah.
mix, yeah.
Getting a lot of go, Tom. Let's see, what else we got here? Undershirt, Tom. I'm sorry, Annette. Undershirt. I had a sweatshirt. He made me take it off, Annette.
I'm not wearing an undershirt. I mean, I'm sorry that I flashed, you there, so.
You know, yeah, break out the spandex for next week. maybe,
Okay,
something
I'll
like
have to
that.
go find
Yeah.
some spandex. Anything else there, anybody else? So, this will happen every Friday,
Right.
so we'll build up here.
So real quick, hey, be sure to turn on post notifications. So when we go live, we may go through some throughout the week, but we're sure going to do this each Friday at noon. Some of it's going to be, we want to give you guys some workout content. We also want to give you guys some nutritional content. Yes, nutritional compliance is a part of this program. It can't all just be activity and workout. So we want to kind of bring you guys some nuggets that you can cherry pick and really take this on with your day and hopefully have an awesome weekend and all.
I like nuggets, Jeff. Chicken nuggets. Is that what we're talking about here?
Chicken nuggets. Yeah, I'm sure that's
Let's see.
that's on the Tighter Tummy meal plan.
Oh, Sabrina.
Our community bakery connection, Sabrina, I think you've seen her when she's brought us donuts.
Right. Oh yeah, yeah. I usually go on right after her. You know,
Yeah,
like she.
right. Yeah, Sabrina, it's probably safe to say, whatever you bring me, make sure it's a vegetable or a protein, but I should probably lay off the donuts. Sabrina from Community Bakery. Thank you, Sabrina.
And just for 10 days, I may, take him out of that situation there. Might be too much temptation for him.
Is that a prediction of the future?
Yeah.
Taking me out of,
But hey, that brings up a good point. Like, bakery, things that you really like, chips and dip, stuff like that. In general, we need to always look at in life 1 to 2 reward meals or cheat meals. I don't particularly like the word cheat meal, but think about having some fun foods once or twice a week. That's reasonable, that's good. We can have nutritional compliance for a couple of days and then have that one meal that we really want to. That way you're not going through life having to never get to have the foods that we really enjoy and love.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It makes sense. So, once again, Fit by 50, I'll be doing this every Friday with Jeff here at his place, Fast Fit. And if you have any questions, please leave them on the page. I'll share this with him, that way he can answer your questions if you don't want to ask them with me here. So.
Shoot me some questions throughout the week, and also, hey, we'll see you back here next Friday.
Thank you.